I'm with the band. Music and interviews you're going to like.
Welcome to I'm with the band here on the Mesh.tv podcast network. My name is Andrew Moose. If this is your first time listening, I'm with the band invites musicians and bands of all types to discuss their current projects, their touring lives, and their lives as musicians. And we hope that you mash that subscribe button and so that you can get these episodes of I'm with the band sent directly to you. If you're considering advertising on the Mesh and on our show especially, it's a low-cost way to reach a targeted audience. And I've heard the people who listen to I'm with the band are rich, they're beautiful, and all they want to do is spend money with you. So go to www.themesh.tv/advertise and you can find out all about that. This episode of I'm with the band is produced in partnership with the No Contact Concert Series, Codex Sound, and Midwood Entertainment. Today we're podcasting away from Mesh Studios in downtown Hickory and are currently smack dab in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. And during this time where venues aren't able to schedule shows, our good friends over at Midwood and Codex have partnered, and they're producing the No Contact Concert Series, which really helps bands and fans interact with one another via the internet. So my guests today on I'm with the band are playing the No Contact Concert Series this Saturday, August 8th at 8 o'clock. I'd like to welcome from Asheville, Tommy and Carson of Fireside Collective. What's up, guys?
What's up? How's it going?
Oh, man, it's going well this way. I hope you guys are doing well. What's new with you guys?
Just spending a lot of time working on my dobro chops and songwriting now that we have all this free time. And Carson, he's been at the beach.
I've been in Eastern North Carolina for the past few months and spending time with my family and finding myself,
Absolutely. We all need to do that from time to time, certainly. So, guys, you guys are based out of Asheville, and I know that before the COVID-19 pandemic hit, you guys were basically touring all over the place. A backtrack from what you guys are wanting to do, but what's next for you guys? You guys writing? You guys in the studio? What's going on?
Well, right now we're kind of playing it week to week, month to month, talking to our booking agent and just kind of, looking at the timeline of this whole virus thing and making plans for 2021. A lot of the dates that we had for this year are rolling over. But, also just doing our best to stay relevant and create content for our fans. We have a cover series coming up where we're going to be doing a bunch of videos of some of our favorite covers and releasing them. We just had a new merch line come out, and that was really successful, a new design. So, just trying to stay busy and nothing, in the form of what we are used to as far as touring and playing in front of live people, but there's some streaming opportunities in the future, that sort of thing. So I think we're doing what most other musicians are doing right now and trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah, for sure. And we're all just trying to navigate this new space, man. It's crazy. Everybody knows it's crazy, and it's just we're all in this together,
Just counting down the days. Well, this hammer's heavy, oh, but my heart is light, knowing that I'll soon be back by her side. If you're going my way, I could use a ride back to that blue-eyed gal by the Carolina line. I'm here in Virginia trying to earn a dime just to pay my way on back to Carolina. Scorching hot and the day is mighty long, swinging this old iron, just singing this old song. If only these tracks I'm laying on this ground could bring me on back to my home in sound. If you're going my way, I could use a ride back to that blue-eyed gal by the Carolina line. I'm here in Virginia trying
I was turned on to you guys when I saw that you were playing this series and got to listen to some of your stuff and your new album, Elements. You guys, it came out this year, right?
Yeah, it came out right as soon as the quarantine started. I think it was March 20th was the release date.
Yep,
right?
Yep, March 20th.
And we had some CD release shows, album release shows. That we played the first one in Raleigh, and then the next day, literally, they went on lockdown. So that show was canceled. And
yeah, how inconvenient.
Good time,
Right.
but bad timing for everyone, I suppose.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Listening to that album, guys, like I hear all kinds of like distinct types of playing. You guys are I don't want to say bluegrass band, more of a progressive folk Americana bluegrass, I would say, if I don't want to pigeonhole you. But did you guys grow up playing bluegrass, or is something that you just kind of fell into?
Well, I grew up playing rock and roll and funk and loving 80s music. And then growing up in North Carolina, I always heard bluegrass. So I was always intrigued by it, but I didn't really start playing it until I moved to Asheville. But it's been a wonderful music to play, yes.
Yeah, I only really was exposed to bluegrass at the North Carolina State Fair growing up in Raleigh, and that's about the extent of it. It didn't really, take me in until my mid-20s, and that's kind of when I got the bug and met Jesse and at East Carolina University, and he was really big into bluegrass and a big influence on, showing me what it's all about. And then, Carson was also living in Greenville, North Carolina, going to, that's where East Carolina University is, where Jesse and Carson and I met first. So bluegrass was definitely not something I grew up with, like most of the bluegrassers I know around Asheville.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Most everybody I know, there's a select handful full of guys that grew up playing bluegrass, and it's bluegrass or nothing for a lot of them. But for the most part, you're right. Most people that play bluegrass now, definitely bluegrass wasn't even on their radar. Maybe even 5 years ago, and now they have immersed themselves in it and are just crazy good pickers. Just we were mentioning some concerts that we were attending back before quarantine starts. And, we were mentioning Billy Strings, and that guy grew up playing metal, and there's a lot of I see a lot of metal influences in bluegrass these days. Just the way that guys play, and just basically just shredding. Instead of playing on an electric guitar, they're shredding on an acoustic guitar.
Maybe that's how he was able to pair with Humphreys so well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about your guys' songwriting style. Is it a more of a collaborative approach when you guys write music, or does one person primarily bring a song to the group and then melodies happen? Or tell us how that happens.
So far, the sort of the template is most the songwriters like Joe, Jesse, and myself, and then Alex has an instrumental on Elements. We will bring the song idea mostly complete. We might kind of riff off one another and ask another guy a question about a lyric here or there, but it's pretty much up until now, been that way. And then when the song gets brought to the band, it's almost done, and then other guys will chime in with arrangement ideas. And Travis Book, our producer on Elements, the bass player for the infamous String Dusters, he had a lot of input. But we have yet to do an actual co-write with another band member, and I think that's something that would be awesome to do in the future. Two of us pair up. It's just a different writing style we haven't done yet. So, but yeah, most of the time it's just the individual bringing the tune, and then the band kind of, helping it come to life and that sort of thing.
I crossed every mountain and line in the sand, but how in the hell did I get to Cheyenne? Me and my razor tongue never needed a plan. To tell the truth, I'm feeling better, keeping the pace with these lower tabs, thinking on everything that I can't take back. It's a done deal, I'm all alone, sinking to the bottom myself not to break. No time to lay in the bed that I made. Give me another town and another day. I've had too many fights and too much to drink. The ash on the floor and the blood in the sink. Hard-headed, the sorrow doesn't ever come out. It's a done deal, I'm all alone, sinking to the bottom with a heart of stone. Maybe someone will come by, throw me a line. Done deal, I can't go home, burned all my bridges there long ago. God, don't let me die here. Change. I wish I had stayed. I wish I didn't cheat at every game I played. I only lay 'em if I'm the one that dealt 'em around. Ain't got a friend in the world that'll help me now. It's a done deal, I'm all alone, sinking to the bottom with a heart of stone. Maybe someone will come by, throw me a line. Done deal, I can't go home, burned all my bridges there long ago. God, don't let me die here. I crossed every mountain and line in the sand, but how in the hell did I get to Cheyenne?
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of guys about their songwriting styles, and that seems to be the primary avenue. Is one guy has an idea, brings a melody and some lyrics to the band, and then it's made one. It's like then the idea is kind of brought to fruition. Um, uh, like I said, well, I'm talking to Fireside Collective, and they're playing the No Contact concert series on August 8th at 8. And you can watch that live stream on crowd-less.com. And you can also find out more information there, as well as go to their Facebook and YouTube channels and all that good stuff. So guys, when you guys were recording Elements, where was that? Did you guys record that in Nashville?
It wasn't Asheville. It was at Echo Mountain Studios.
All right. That place is awesome. Tell us a little bit about the actual venue, that place.
Well, it's an old church, right?
Yeah, the main room. There's two main rooms. One of them's a church. The other one was sort of a more, modern room.
It's a state-of-the-art studio. It's great.
Right.
Yeah. We opted for what's called the API room. Most of the bands that go through Echo Mountain sort of go specifically for the church room, but we just wanted a tighter, cleaner, sort of grassier sound. So we went for their other main room, which is called the API room, and the console's like this big, huge, giant, badass analog console from the 60s or 70s. I mean, it's awesome. Tons of cool outboard gear and compressors. Really great experience.
It's a cool environment.
Yeah.
That place, is it up in Asheville or out, or where is that?
Downtown Asheville.
Yeah.
Yeah, right downtown.
Yeah, all right downtown. Oh,
Oh yeah.
So we ask this question to every band that comes on with the band, and we want to know, what's your favorite venue in North Carolina, and even if you haven't played it yet.
One of our favorite places to play is at the Poorhouse in Raleigh. It's always the best time every time we play there, and a great crowd. But as far as Asheville goes, Great Eagle.
Yeah.
ISIS Music Hall is great.
So many good ones in town here in Asheville.
Yeah.
Just it's hard to pick. Lately, we've been, the CD release was at the Gray Eagle, the one that got canceled. So that was sort of the last venue we actually played. But yeah, Carson's right. Raleigh, the Poorhouse in Raleigh is like what the IBMAs have done to the the music community, specifically the bluegrass community in Raleigh. I'm sure most of your listeners are familiar with the IBMAs, but like the bluegrass scene in Raleigh is just so awesome right now. When we go play, it's freaking packed all the time, and people are dancing, and it's a good time, man. So Raleigh's definitely been, Raleigh and Asheville are two favorite spots. But yeah, the Poorhouse is definitely up there, if not, the one in the region for us.
For sure, man. Shout out to all those Raleighwood people, man. Those guys know how to party. I got a lot of good buddies that live in Raleigh, and Lincoln Theater's another one, great one. You guys have played there. I think there's a picture on your website, I think, from Lincoln Theater, right?
We
Does it look like, at least it looks like Lincoln Theater.
During the Ramble, right?
Yeah, it was during the Bluegrass Ramble during IBMA week. We did a showcase there. But we have yet to play a proper show there. So yeah, that would be another cool one to experience.
It's a cool
right. And you guys got nominated pretty recently for our IMBA award, right?
A
Momentum award, 2 years ago maybe. Yeah. So that was cool. We got to,
for sure.
Have that on our resume.
We get to wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning and play in front of all the industry people.
Oh yeah, 9 a.m.
Nothing spells a rockin' show like that, right?
Yeah.
You guys have won a Merle Fest award too. You guys are really racking them up here.
Well, that was the band competition we won there. 2016?
2016, we won the Merle Fest band competition.
It was an honor. And we got to play the main stage. It was really cool.
Without a banjo. We won without a banjo.
Yeah. That's something. I bet there was some Merle Fest guys who rolled over in their grave with the band winning an award without a banjo, right?
Oh yeah.
For sure. So guys, what's next? What's new? What do you guys have in store for the next few months?
Well,
I mean, obviously everything's up in the air, but
Yeah, we're definitely gonna put a lot of effort into this cover series that we're doing, where basically we're gonna all get up and do it socially distanced until things change, but record some of our favorite cover songs. We really love showcasing in our set along with our original material, which is obviously what we focus on, but like a well-placed, good old-fashioned, cover song from a band that has influenced us. And it kind of gives people insight into the non-bluegrass, vibes that have gone into the sound that make Fireside Collective sort of progressive and unique. So
showing people how it can be done in a bluegrass format.
Yes, exactly. So we have a cover series coming up that we're going to be posting more about online soon. And yeah, just getting some cool footage. We're going to pick some different locations and then go out and record, our favorite cover tune and then release them sort of on a weekly basis just to keep people engaged. And we're going to maybe even throw some covers in there that we haven't even played live. So our fans that have seen us a ton will still get a surprise. But we're working on that. And, as just like the live stream coming up this weekend, we're going to be focusing on some more opportunities like that, and then maybe get back in the studio. That would be awesome.
We should use our time to do that.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Yeah, I've actually kind of going back to the cover thing, which you mentioned is I've gotten turned on to so many bluegrass bands because of covers that have been thrown into like a Spotify playlist or something like that, and.
Right.
For instance, like Town Mountain's "I'm on Fire," like good gosh, how many times we heard that, So like, I would love for that to hit for you guys, doing something like that. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely, yeah.
We'd also like for you guys to head over to the mesh.tv and to check out all of our other shows in our network. And we'd love for you to, of course, smash that subscribe button so that all of these Mesh podcasts can be beamed directly to you without having to download them. And so whenever our shows drop, you get it directly. So tell me, and Carson, just tell our listeners where they can find you and all that good stuff.
What? Fireside Collective. Band.com.
FiresideCollectiveBand.com.
And
yep.
we are on Apple Music, Spotify, like all the platforms, I think.
Yeah.
You could think of. Then we got some YouTube videos. We have a Patreon page that you can subscribe to. So,
Yep, Instagram.
We're findable.
We're findable.
Tell us the levels on Patreon. Like, what are you guys like offering to go mow yards at this point? Like, what level? What level will we get? What level can we get you guys to our house to play music? Let's talk about that.
Depends on how desperate the times get. You know.
Yeah.
I'll put on some boots and go weed whack somebody's yard if that's what it takes to pay the bills. But we have actually our banjo player Alex is sort of the head of Patreon. So he kind of knows more in depth about the tiers, but it's a great way to donate. You can donate as little as $1 a month or as much as you want, and we put up fun videos of us doing mostly music, but there's some other things. There's a couple of videos of me just going. I went on a hike one day and I just filmed my hike. So like maybe a fan would find that interesting. Like, oh, what is Tommy doing? He's out in the woods.
We should go play disc golf one day.
We should do a disc golf Patreon video, but a lot of them are music, related. But it's just a cool way for people to help us out in this time, and we're giving them sort of content that we aren't putting out just on Facebook and that sort of thing. So
I hear you. And you guys should come to Hickory early on Saturday and play Glenn Hilton's disc golf track. That's it's one of the best ones around. Tommy, Carson, thank y'all so much for coming on I'm with the Band today. We really appreciate it. Make sure you check out those guys on the No Contact Concert Series this Friday, August 8th at 8. And if you just happen to miss it and you're just hearing this podcast after the fact, you can check out their stream and every other stream that has been produced so far at www.crowd-less.com. Guys, appreciate you being on.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you so much.
And quick correction. It's Saturday, August 8th.
Is it? Did I say Friday?
You said Friday, but it's okay.
I'm a terrible podcast host. It's Saturday, August 8th.
It's all good.
I'll edit that all the way around. I'm just kidding. My listeners are used to that. So you guys have a great show on Saturday. Don't forget to be kind to one another. This has been I'm with the Band on the Mesh.
I'm leaving the lowlands and this troubled life behind, working just to live another day. I'll take to the mountains, cross the Shenandoah Valley, and in those Blue Ridge Hills I'm bound to stay. I'll build a little cabin in the shadow